All right, let's take a look at another rate, distance, time kind of problem. And you want to make sure you read through it several times, get a good sense of what is happening. So Reese left and drove in one direction, 60 miles an hour. Haley left 3 hours later, drove in the opposite direction. So that is key to this question, is that they're going in opposite directions. And we want to know when, like how long, when are they going to be 360 miles apart? So total of 360, if Reese is here and Haley's here, when is that going to happen? How long does it take? Okay, so I'm going to list Reese here and Haley here. And rate, anytime you see miles per hour, that's a rate. So 60 miles per hour for Reese, and Haley's going 30. So Haley must be stuck in some traffic. All right. And let's see. We don't know how long Reese drove, right? We don't know the time, but we know Haley left 3 hours later. So let's say that Reese drove for 10 hours, right? If Haley left 3 hours after Reese did, then Haley isn't driving 10 hours. She's driving 10 minus 3. She's driving 7 hours. So you're going to take Reese's time and subtract 3 to get whatever Haley's driving, so that you get the total distance between them at that point. If it helps you to think about, like, well, what if Reese left at noon? That means that Haley didn't leave until 3 o'clock, and things like that. Thinking about the actual scenario can often be really helpful in setting these up. Okay, just know that distance is rate times time. So rate times time. So 60 times x. Reese's distance is 60x. Haley's distance is 30 times x minus 3. 30 times x minus 3. Now be careful with that. It's not 30x minus 3. It's 30 times the whole x minus 3. So 30x, and then 30 times negative 3 is negative 90. Okay, 30x. All right, so 30x minus 90 is Haley's distance. 60x is Reese's distance. Now, we don't set those equal to each other. Their distances are not the same, right? We don't know that they're the same. We don't have anything that tells us they're the same. We want to know when they're 360 miles apart. When you add up the distance that Reese drove to the distance that Haley drove, when is that equal to 360? That is how you'd set up the equation. Reese's distance plus Haley's distance equals the total distance. That makes sense. All right, and now it's a matter of solving this algebra equation. So we're going to combine like terms. 60 and 30 is 90. Those are the x terms. And I know I'm out of room here. I'm going to add 90 to both sides. And I'm going to come up here and let's go right here and write the rest of this. So I've got 90x equals 360 plus 90 is 450. And I'll divide by 90. And those zeros knock off. 45 divided by 9 is 5. So x equals 5. Now, let's make sure that we're answering the question. How long does Haley need to drive? Well, Haley's time is x minus 3. X equals 5 means that Reese drove for 5 hours. Haley drove for 5 minus 3 hours. So Haley drove for 2 hours. So after all that, you don't want to miss it because you don't read the question carefully. Go back and make sure, that you're answering the question that they're asking. If it had said, how long does Reese need to drive? The answer would be 5. But it asks, how long does Haley drive? She leaves 3 hours later. So she's driving for 2 hours. 5 minus 3 is 2. Okay. I hope that helps you. See you in the next one.